In this video, I will discuss physiology of cardiac muscle. Before understanding physiology of cardiac muscle, you must know its anatomy. Here I describe brief physiologic anatomy of cardiac muscle. There are three types of cardiac muscles in heart: atrial muscle, ventricular muscle, excitatory and conductive muscle. As name indicate, atrial muscle is present in both atria and ventricular muscle is present in both ventricles, and excitatory and conductive muscle is present in whole heart in both atria and both ventricles. Atrial and ventricular muscles contract in same way. Atrial and ventricular muscles contract in same way as skeletal muscles. And skeletal muscle is discussed in its respective lecture. The difference is that duration of contraction in cardiac muscles in atrial and ventricular muscles is longer as compared to skeletal muscle. And why duration is longer, this is discussed in second part. The excitatory and conductive muscles contract little because they contain only few contractile elements. Cardiac muscle is striated muscle like skeletal muscle, and it is involuntary unlike skeletal muscle. This is a structure of cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle is composed of cardiomyocytes which are arranged in series and parallel. This is one myocardiocyte, this is another, this is another. These are connected in series. Between two cells there is intercalated disc. This is suppose intercalated disc, then this is intercalated disc, this is intercalated disc, this is one cell, this is another cell, this is another cell, this is intercalated disc, this is intercalated disc, this is another cell. Means two adjacent cells are separated from each other through intercalated discs. These discs are formed by plasma membranes of adjacent cells, and these discs contain gap junctions. As cardiac muscle is striated, these are the cross striations. Within the cell, these are cross striations which make its appearance like a striated appearance. And each cell contain single nucleus. In each intercalated disc, at some points, the two membranes fuse with each other and form gap junctions. And these gap junctions are the areas of little resistance. They provide a path, or they permit the flow of ions from one cell to another cell. So action potential can easily travel from one cell to another cell. For this reason, cardiac muscle is known as syncytium. Syncytium means when syncytium means the two adjacent cells are interconnected in such a way that if action potential is generated in one cell, then action potential can travel easily into whole muscle towards all cells. This is called syncytium. Because of gap junctions, because of these interconnections, ions can move from one cell to another cell, and for this reason cardiac muscle is known as syncytium. Actually, heart is consists of two syncytiums: atrial syncytium and ventricular sensation. Two separate sensations in heart. Atrial sensations and ventricular sensations. Atrial sensation consists of two atria, muscles of two atria, and ventricular sensation is consists of muscles of two ventricles. Consists of muscles of two atria, and ventricular sensation consists of muscles of two ventricles and there is a fibrous tissue present between atria and ventricle. These are atria and these are ventricles. Two atria, muscles of two atria constitute atrial sensation, and muscles of two ventricles constitute ventricular sensation. Heart is composed of these two separate sensations, atrial sensation and ventricular sensation. Action potential when generated in one sensation, for example in atrial sensation, it can spread only in single sensation. It cannot travel to other sensation because the two sensations are separated from each other by a fibrous tissue which cannot permit the flow of ions or action potential. That fibrous tissue is present between atria and ventricle. So for the current to travel from atria into ventricles, there is a specialized conductive fibers called atrioventricular bundle here. These are the specialized conductive fibers. These are called atrioventricular bundle or simply AV bundle. Through this bundle, action potential travel from atrial sensation into ventricular sensation. Relatively, action potential travel slowly with less speed through this AV bundle. Action potential travel slowly through this AV bundle so that atrial contraction occur before ventricular contraction. When action potential travel through this AV bundle and this slow conduction is important because when current action potential travels slowly through this AV bundle, there is time duration, and during this time duration atria must contract so that when action potential reaches ventricles, at that time atrial contraction ceases, atria starts relaxing, so that at the time when ventricles contract, atria should be in relaxed position. Histology and mechanism by which muscle contract is similar for cardiac and skeletal muscles. So you must watch the lecture on skeletal muscle. In cardiac muscle, diameter of T tubule is more and they lie at the level of Z line, while in skeletal muscle, T tubule lie at the level of A junction of A and I band. In next video, I will discuss action potential in cardiac muscle.